Hey guys, welcome back. Just as I was about to play my Wuthering Waves 3.1, unfortunately the Hoyo shows has attacked my community and they literally resetted my Wuthering Waves account back to 3.0 second half, so I couldn't even play 3.1. Right now we're fixing it as we speak, so we are gonna do a quick little Bobu free-to-play pure vision showcase. But for this particular video, I kind of just want to take this opportunity to let you guys know of a certain update, which is going to be a massive announcement for my free-to-play account, right? So here is the massive announcement. As of right now, you guys can see over here, this is my free-to-play account, right? I have almost 50,000 Stellar Jades and 34 limited pools. So to say that my free-to-play account has a kabillion pools is a little bit of an understatement. So here is the thing, right? Here is the thing. I have thought about this for a very, very long time now. So yo, Mr. Iru, put this in the timestamp. Important announcement for Bob, right? So here's the announcement. I have decided that Bobu, our free-to-play account, is never going to pull for a single unit in the entirety of version 4 until we cannot get a 3-star in the end game content. That will be our vision. So Bob is literally not gonna pull a single unit, no flagship, no alternate flag, no nothing, and we are only gonna be using our Remembrance flagship as well as my D-Herd up for our teams going into version 4. And I kind of just want to see how long can our free-to-play account last before we eventually cannot 3-star. I'm talking Memory of Chaos, Pure Fiction, as well as Epoch Shadows. I know we're definitely not going to be 3-starring Anomaly Arbitration anymore, so it is what it is. But I want to see how long would it take for me to eventually feel the pinch of just simply not pulling. And on the other hand, I also want to kind of see how much Stellar Jades do we actually save by adopting this strategy, right? Not succumbing to fear of missing out, not succumbing to greed and stupidity, and we simply just don't pull. Because a single endgame rotation is 800 Stellar Jades. Times 3 is 2400. So it really just matters at almost a completely grand total of 0. And the next time we actually pull on our free-to-play account, that will be when our account would have probably not pulled. I am guessing, if I were to make a guess, okay, let's just say 6 months, guys. How about it? 6 months, right? I think 6 months is really, really fair, right? We'll hopefully in 6 months, we can still maintain full 3 stars without pulling a single unit for 6 months. Because 6 months, using our free-to-play income is roughly slightly under 500 pulls. Because in 1 year as a free-to-play, I got 1,000 pulls, right? So 6 months is probably 500, right? So hopefully after 6 months, we are gonna be around that caliber, which also means, chat, which also means our E2 casters might actually come out and play for our free-to-play account.
The greatest unrelatable...
Hey, I'm not pulling, guys, right? I'm already not pulling, so is this not fair? I'm straight up not pulling, bro. Right? A 0 pull account until I can't 3-star. So we'll see how long this is going to be taking. If I were to make a guess, my Remembrance that will probably get an easy 2 to 3 cycles, even after the 6 months or even more than 6 months. But my D-Herta and Anexa side with E1 Tribute is going to be in a little bit of a pickle. Because my D-Herta and Anexa, they are both E0 as-0. They don't even have the Synergy icon, bro. Alright, they are literally E0 as-0, E0 as-0, E0 as-0. With the only saving grace being our E1 tribute, right? So we'll see how this is gonna be going. And with that announcement out of the way, we can now finally go ahead into our pure fiction. I'm just gonna go ahead and simply tell you guys a story, right? Let me tell you guys a story while we let our very, very balanced team comp dispatch this in an extremely fast amount of time, right? Alright, it's time for Uncle Pokke's story time. So here it is, guys. Here it is, alright? Now, you might be wondering, what is the purpose of our Bobu? What is the purpose of our free-to-play account if we're simply not even gonna be pooling anymore? Because realistically speaking, most free-to-play players would be pooling. A no pool account is eventually not relatable. Because most gacha players will pull, right? And here is the situation. You don't have to pull. That's the moral of the story. You don't have to chase for that 3 stars. You don't have to play the team that you don't want to play. If you don't like the way Elation plays, then just don't play Elation, right? Because at the end of the day, you are comparing 90 to 100 pulls on average for a single unit. Just for you to get a 3 star on 3 endgame content for 2400 strategies, which just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Alright, so hopefully by going ahead with this route, we can see how long Honkai Power Creep Wheel is actually gonna be friendly for the free-to-play players. Because think about it, guys, we have a lot of free shit. We have a lot of available tools, even if you don't want to pull for a single unit. Alright, we have Mimi, we have DHPD being free, we have Archer being free last time, right? We still haven't claimed our free Sparkle, right? We still haven't claimed our free Sparkle, right? We have, potentially speaking, more buffs coming for different units. Who knows if they're gonna give me a free Herda Lycon? Like, why do I even need to think about getting a Herda Lycon S1? Maybe they just give it for free next time. Who knows? Who knows, right? Because God Rail is God Rail. And what you think might be out of reach in this moment, you might just get it again the next patch or the patch after or the patch after. And there simply is just no pressure forcing yourself into a predicament which is not gonna be in a situation that you would enjoy. Alright, so for example, right now, my free-to-play account is doing exceptionally well with our Remembrance team. In fact, a little bit too well. Which is partly also why I want to intentionally nerf my free-to-play account. Because it's too easy. Yep, this game is actually, I'ma just say, it's too easy with the Remembrance flagship. As a free-to-play, with this amount of cost investment, you literally just beat everything. So I need to increase the difficulty for our free-to-play account so that players can kind of just see the struggle once again, which is kind of what I want to go for, that no pull option. Now for my second team, yeah, it is gonna be a little bit cool, right? Where we have the E0 Herda, E0 Anexa, fucking E0 DHPD. I would be concerned, right? I would be concerned. In fact, I would be very, very concerned for Anomaly Arbitration. Because our third team is pretty much non-existent. As a matter of fact, I don't think my Bob has ever gotten a 9 out of 9 clear for the 3 nights, ever. Because our third team is just simply cooked. But so what is the question. So what if you can't get your full clear and Anomaly Arbitration and fuck it? So what if you don't even get 3 stars in endgame content? Because you save a lot more, right?
Zero story. Who is you from who is free to play and who is God?
What the fuck did you just say, Bobby Wobby? But yo, thank you so much, right? Who is free to play? Who are you? Who is bro? And you can see right now from our full auto Remembrance flagship, we are already on our way to below 50% HP from Bronya, and we still have 2 cycles remaining as a free to play player. Alright, so I will definitely be looking forward into seeing how our account is gonna develop. Wait, chat, who knows, guys? Imagine if our free-to-play account lasts the entirety of version 4. Imagine if we just 3-star our endgame content for the entire 1 year. For 1 year straight, we clear full 3 stars with nothing. And then we go into version 5 with 1,000 summons as a free-to-play. Imagine that, guys. Just imagine that, right? So, I think that is honestly pretty interesting. I'll be looking forward to see how Honkai Power Creep Wheel is going to be shaping up. What I'm guessing will happen is, what I'm guessing realistically, we're probably not getting 3 stars. We might get 2 stars. Alright, we might get 2 stars. Which, the gap between a 2-star and a 3-star is honestly pretty hard. Right, the difference between getting the full clear, it is very, because even if you get 25 out of 26 or like 29 out of 30, you can't get a 3-star. But let's just say my D Herda and Nexa team collapses and they clear like 10 cycles, right, whatever it's gonna be. I only lose 80 strategies, right? Like losing that one single achievement for the full clear, that 1 star, is like 80 strategies. Like, who the fuck actually cares, bro? Right? On the other hand, I'm gonna be saving hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of limited boosts as a free-to-play, right? Which will truly just go to show it is pointless chasing meta HSR because there's gonna be a new meta anyways, right? There will always be another one anyways, right? So at this point, we are gonna be coming to an end of our full auto 40k. For this 7, we're gonna be a little bit more focused here because my Deoda is kind of homeless. So now, back to the actual gameplay, right? Back to the actual gameplay, right? We are just gonna be going for this. All right. Very, very good. Yeah, I'm actually not even gonna be pulling for our E1/E2 Evernight because I feel like it's redundant. I legitimately think getting Evernight for our Bob is redundant. Unless 1 year later, Remembrance is tier 2. Alright. If Remembrance is gonna be tier 2 1 year later, okay, then I think that's pretty fair. Alright, we can go for that. We can go for the Evernight Islands in the future. But for now, it's pointless, right? The most I get out of the E1 Evernight is that I go from a 1 cycle to a 0 cycle, which literally just doesn't matter anyways, right? So I kind of want to, at this point, save all of my pools if I can. Yeah, E1 Evernight would be a diabolical vertical array for Bob. Absolutely. Fuck it. E2 Cyrene will be a diabolical vertical array for Bob, right? But it is, at this point, I don't need it, right? And that is the main thing here, right? If I don't need something, I wouldn't need to force myself to get set something. So that is kind of pretty much it. All right, let's just get this over here. Okay, Acheron needs the buff. Ooh, you know what? I 100% agree with you. I 100%. Acheron is gonna be slightly homeless so far. Also, bro. Yo, so far we are doing pretty good, guys. When I'm at activating Sunday's item, when bro becomes tier 3. Yeah, if bro becomes tier 3, we activate Sunday's item. Alright, let's just get this over here. Get this hit. We are doing watering waves after this, guys. Hopefully, wait, is real puzzle here? Yo, how many percent are you at right now? How many percent are you at right now, real puzzle? How far are we into the 3.1 skip? Is we almost there? Is we at like 70%? Because I'm about to be done, by the way. Not far from the end. Oh, well done, real puzzle. Thank you. Not far from the end. That's actually really good. Alright, W puzzle. Saving the watering waves community, right? There. Hey, Che, y'all have waited for me for 1 week, right? What is 1 more second? And everything. Yeah, I'm wearing red because it is CSY, right? I'm wearing it because it's CSY, right? This is gonna be no force, huh? So we're just gonna be able to get that over there. Okay. We are just gonna go for the basic into the hit over here. Alright. Then hopefully we save our next ultimate for the next wave. Because if we can save it for the next wave, I don't need to go all out here. Alright. Alright, let's see that. Alright, 11% is pretty good. Alright. Hopefully Aha can get his us. Okay. No. We don't really need a capital card. Ooh, 4% is gonna be a little bit unfortunate actually. Ooh, 4% is gonna be a little bit unfortunate. 2%. 2%? Bro, please. Exceptional. So we are now gonna bring into our final phase here, and as you guys can see, we are already at 3 stars, guys. Do you really think my free-to-play account, after not pulling for 6 months, can't get 3 stars? Be for real, right? Be for real. It doesn't even matter if my DRR team doesn't do the best. It doesn't fucking matter, bro. Right? Our Remembrance team is just so fucking cracked out the wazoo. We are almost definitively granted 40k, 40k on the first half anyways. So like, it really just doesn't really matter that much. Alright, there we go. Also, what the hell is this song, bro? What the hell is this like? Okay, let me just skip all these weird ass songs. Okay, there we go. And then now we're gonna get our ultimate here. Okay, we are kind of skill pointless right now, which is gonna be a little bit unfortunate. We are just gonna go for the out right here. And then after this, team should be able to get ourselves an ultimate, which is gonna be really nice. Alright, let's get ourselves an ultimate. Okay, I guess there's gonna be no ultimate. And then we get an ultimate over here. Unfortunately, there is unskippable cutscene. Ooh, that is gonna be a little bit rough. That is gonna be a little bit. Bro, I was literally about to play Wow, bro. It ain't me. Alright, it ain't me. And we hit this up over here. I chat people 67,680. That is a pretty good score if I can say so myself. You know what I'm saying though. Hit this back up with the 42. Alright, 2.4 million. We have one cycle remaining. I think 70k should be easily in our grasp. Actually, I wouldn't be too surprised if we get 80k clear as well. 80k clear should be manageable AF, right? This will be a double skill. DHPD go for the basic. Team go for the basic. So we definitely have enough skill points over here. Okay, 66%. Dragon goes back in. Team is gonna go for the basic, and he's gonna swipe us for the AoE attack. All right, AoE attack, AoE attack. Oh, we didn't get an AoE attack, so it is what it is. This definitely give us the ultimate, all right? Hit this, boom, gets us the ultimate, 69,737. And then we're just gonna be able to get ourselves a skill. And then we're just gonna get ourselves the ultimate. All right, that's gonna be really, really good. All right, the fly back down. Okay, you know what, chat? I don't think we're gonna be able to get ourselves a 80k clear. But you know what we get? We get the power of friendship. We get the power of love. And we get 3.1 playthrough the moment I'm done with this, which is gonna be happening right now. All right, it is gonna be happening right now. I'm gonna let Aha come in, take a bit of that. All right, that will then give us the Anexa out right here. And then hopefully we're gonna be able to get ourselves our... If we get a DDD, I save one more turn, by the way. If we get a DDD, we save one more turn. All right. Might be able to pop it up. Okay, 46% goes for the basic. Can we get a DDD? Can we get a DDD? Can we get a DDD? DDD. 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 Getting us a beautiful DDD. And then we are just gonna go for the skill. Into the out. Into the skill. Frankly speaking, I don't think we're gonna be able to get 80k anyways. But it's fine, right? This is fine. Look at that, guys. Bro, almost 75,000. 75,000 as a free-to-play, right? As a free-to-play, we did, in fact, get a 75560 clear. Which brings to the end of our pure fiction 3-star. Can we maintain this 6 months later? With 0 vertical investments. We ain't pulling for no one. We ain't pulling for Yao Guang. We ain't pulling for Sparksy. We ain't pulling for E1 Avalanche, E1 Heisen, E1 whatever it's gonna be. So I'll be looking forward to see how this is gonna be going. And once again, yo, chat, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. There we go, you know. Oh, free to play, guys. So even if I don't get 12, right? If I get 11, at most, I miss 80 strategies. So who cares, right? Looking forward to see how our free-to-play account is gonna be doing. Let me know how your free-to-play account has been going on so far. Word of the day is gonna be no pool account starts now. Join Twitch, join this guys, join. Use code POKE for demos of gamers apps. All the best for guys. See you guys next time. Bye.